Good morning. Oh, camera light. Why is it so bright? There we go. Hi, Ree. Hey, Steamy. Welcome in. I did not start my bot. Wait, hold on. I'm a professional. Clearly. There you go. Anyway. It's no shot. Absolutely no shot. Why is it so bright in here today? What is this? Alright, anyway. What do you mean? You did win. Alright. It's time for more golden sun. Anyway, I hope you two had a if anything, I hope you had a rather relaxing Sunday. Let's put it that way. I have snow. A lot of it. I'm not happy about it. Wait, hold on, what am I doing? Sunday was lots of sleep. Honestly, that sounds perfect for a Sunday, really. Oh my god, snow. Yes, a lot. It's still snowing. I checked the weather forecast, and it's gonna snow the next 2 days as well. And it's going to stay rather cold for the next 2 weeks, and I hate it. Absolutely despise it. It's April. I want sunshine. I need warmth. God damn it. Snow does look cool, though. I agree. The flow has stopped, and the water level has dropped. Done it. With the flow reversed, the people of Aote are going without water. Ah, they'll be fine. Let's find the insect laws in the Temple of Barai as fast as we can. Yay. Onward we go. So yeah, we'll clearly now let these people die in a drought. We're professionals after all. But yeah, the one thing about snow is it always looks nice, but the temperatures surrounding it are never that. Right. Like, if I could have snow, but with like 15 degrees outside, I'd take it. Like, immediately. The only nice thing about this weather at the moment is that it completely kills my allergy. Like, I don't have any allergic symptoms at the moment. Which you would think is good. But instead, it seems I have a cold now. So, you win some, you lose some, I suppose. It isn't optimal. Just gonna put it that way. There is a chest I can get here. I don't know how to get it. Ah, there we go. The question is, do I do this now, or do I do it later? Fuck it, we're doing it now. Screw it! Returning the machine back on, let's go. Wait, hold on. Oh no, cold, that means you need to take days off. Honestly, if I take sick leave, I probably should not stream. I do not think that is a good idea. That sounds like a pretty bad idea. But I mean, if I have to take sick days, you know, I can finally catch a Tuesday stream of yours, so that'd be great. But I really hope this is just my nose acting up a little bit. Win-win, exactly. And it's like weird thing last Saturday was a weird day. Because first I thought I'd just have a bit of a migraine, which I do tend to have every now and then. But by the afternoon I was starting to feel really cold. And got that like shaking sensation. So essentially I developed a slight fever. Nothing major, like high 37 degrees. So I was like, oh, this is fantastic. This is going to be great. And then I woke up the next morning, nothing. Everything completely fine. What? What was that? I mean, I take it, right? I'd rather not have fever than have it, but... It ruined my Saturday a bit. So I wasn't too pleased about that. I love long, unskippable cutscenes, by the way. Come on. There we go. Was it worth it just to get that shield? I think so, because I think the shield's pretty good, actually. I'm gonna sell stuff. We have so much random shit that we don't need. There we go. Alright, now we can go on adventure. Took long enough. Here we go. I probably need to rest at an inn. This is one of those areas that doesn't restore your mana when you walk around. And I kinda need that right now. So, yay. Woo! Let's see how far we can get today. The plan would be to finish the next dungeon and at least get up to the next boss fight. That'd be good. I think that sounds like a reasonable plan. All kind of depends on how much dialogue there is now. And how much I suck at reading set dialogue. Which, that was the nice thing about the Mario game. Mario games tend to have no dialogue. And not having to read is always a big win in my book. Oh dear. How do we... But dialogue is good? I mean, it can be. It's just I'm terrible at reading. Okay. My PC nearly crashed. That's a good sign. Okay. I mean, this is how I get in there, but I don't want to get there yet. Hold on. Though, to be fair, Steamy, it is probably... Dialogue is also good in the sense that it makes me read, and that's probably a good thing. Actually helping to develop skills. flip do I get there? Learning is fun. Learning can be fun. There's something I also realized about school. Is it can be fun, but it doesn't have to. Learning about IT topics? Fun. Learning about economy? Not fun. Very boring. Which is probably the fault of the teacher. Honestly, it's definitely the fault of the teacher. Or the subject. I don't know. It's one of the two. I've been playing so much, a little to the left, and I feel like I'm becoming a puzzle master. That sounds fun. Puzzle games are always great. If they're done well. They can be quite enjoyable. 100% teacher, yeah. I started to play Hollow Knight yesterday. Because it was on sale on the Switch, and I was like, okay, I want to have a game again that I look forward to playing. Just on my own, and God, it's a fun game. Hollow Knight is great. I had a teacher use lollies to teach long division. Best class ever. That is a teacher who knows how to play the game, and that is the best thing that can happen. If teachers aren't just motivated, but they also kind of know how they have to do things to get people to participate. That is amazing. We currently have like this weird experiment at vocational school where they are a lot more strict about our mobile phones and how and if we use them during class. Mainly because a lot of the teachers are like, oh, the pupils never pay attention, right? They're always on their phones and stuff like that. And the few of us, like our little group within the class, who are also like the strongest in the sense that we do produce the best grades, we're like, no, this isn't the problem about the pupils being like lazy and stuff. It's like, your lessons suck. Like, even we can't be bothered to pay attention. Make your classes interesting, god damn it. Like, obviously, not every class can be super interesting from start to finish, and that's completely fair. But they gotta at least try it. Empty chests? Wow, rude. So, yeah. At least they weren't as strict with our class as they were with others. Like, the week before we went to school, it was even more insane, where they weren't just more strict about if people used their smartphones or not. They also had to put their phones physically in a different location in the classroom, like a special designated spot. Which is, like, disgusting. I think if you're a good teacher, you can make anything interesting. Exactly. I mean, it might not be interesting for everyone, but even then, that's just, you know, just part of the game. And honestly, I'd rather, like, if I was a teacher, I'd rather my students just sit on their phone quiet and not pay attention than being loud and bothersome and disrupting the class for others. Right. I think that's always better than people just throwing stuff around and being annoying. That was the one nice thing about the final 2 years of high school, where the teachers were essentially like, okay, you know, you don't have to be here anymore, right? You technically have your education is technically done. You're here because you want to be here. If you want to sleep during the class, sleep during the class. Like, I don't care, as long as you don't bother others. It's like, yeah, that's fair. But yeah. And then again, some I don't think some people are cut out to be teachers. They don't quite have it. But oh well. Hey, Stormbrand. But at the same time, becoming a teacher is such a, like, big effort. Like, the amount of stuff you need to do when able to be qualified is ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. And then they complain about teacher shortages. You know? It's almost like there would be enough motivated people to do the job, but if you know, have insane amount of requirements, it's no wonder you don't find enough people. I wanted to be a teacher once. I still want to be a teacher, kind of. I don't know if I would be a good teacher, I'm gonna be completely honest, but this is still like one of my little dreams. The only issue is I would need to like be in the job before I turn 35. Because this is where things turn very stupid. If you want to be a teacher in Germany, you essentially want to be employed by the state. There's a special status you can get. Because if you don't have that status, during, like, any time there is, like, there are, like, breaks in the school year, like summer vacation, you just become unemployed for that time. And that is horrible. So, yeah, it's kind of on a nasty schedule. And also they can deny you that status. And something that's really not motivating to read is that apparently people who in the past had mental issues are more likely to be denied. Which, that fucking sucks. So yeah. We'll see. My hope is that things change in the next few years. Especially when they... Now after... I don't know. This is probably like the 10th year in a row where it's like, oh, we have a teacher shortage, by the way. Did I mess this up? No, I didn't. So my hope would be they finally realize that there is something they can do about it. After this stunning that happened in Sydney. Oh yeah, I heard about that. That was horrible. But at least they're thinking about putting more resources to mental health stuff. Something that should have happened everywhere in the world about like 20 years ago. The problem here is that the people who are in charge of kind of giving out licenses to therapists so that they can practice as, how should we put it? So in Germany we have therapists that offer their services to people who are insured by mandatory insurance. And you have therapists that work privately, so you need private insurance or pay for them outright. And the amount of licenses for the state insurance thing are like set. So there's only a certain amount of people who can have these licenses. And the people who are in charge of giving out these licenses have no idea what they're talking about. With a quote of one of the people who are in charge of that, apparently saying things like, oh, you don't always need a therapy. Sometimes, you know, a beer in the evening can also help with a lot of issues. So that's the kind of people we have to deal with here. Which is... let's just say I want to punch something. Yay. Surge. And the problem is, like, in rural areas, you never find a therapist, and in urban areas, they don't have appointments anymore because there are too many people who need them. Yeah. We get 6 sessions discounted, but there's no certain amount the therapist can charge. If the government says we'll reimburse you 60, there's nothing stopping the therapist from... Wow, that is very dumb. What the hell? One can really only hope that things improve over the next few years. This is just ridiculous. This is like... a friend of mine is currently, like, trying to find therapy. And it's a struggle. I feel so bad for her. Can I go in here? No. No, it's my least favorite puzzle. Balancing things? That's the nice thing about this game, is a lot of the puzzles look rough, but then they just aren't. Oh dear, what is this? Oh wait. See, that's what I mean. Looks intimidating. Isn't. It's a shadow. Ah, okay, I see. Well, then I'm guessing at some point you'll become an expert at that puzzle too. Oh, I think we get a water slide now. Wait, hold on. I remember things. Whee! Well, I don't go to therapy, but one I don't... I have to find one too money. Are they decent? That is, yeah. The amount of work it requires to find a therapist when you are already struggling and don't have a lot of energy to deal with anything is insane. And then having to hope it's a decent one, that's a completely different story. Like, we do have some helping mechanisms here. There is a phone number we can call, and they kind of email you a list of available therapists in your area. Is what I thought they do, but apparently these lists are made like once every half a year. So if you call them, a lot of the times the therapists are like, oh yeah, I don't have any spots open anymore. They don't update the lists. I'm sorry. It's like, great, fantastic, thank you. What the hell? You've reached the true... I can't read this text on that background. What the hell is this? You've reached the true sanctum, adepts. You will now gain the ancient side of the Djinn. Those who possess the insight glass must heed dire Djinn warning. Alchemy must never restore to the world. So about that. It would bring ruin to all things. The one who possesses the insight glass must help fight the return of alchemy. Insight synergy will grant you vision to see what should be done next, to see solutions. But this powerful object has a will of its own and chooses who shall possess it. Amity got the Insight Glass. Now attempt using the Insight synergy. It's just the solution. It's just a hint system. What was that? Is it saying that I should use Whirlwind synergy here? Insight synergy grants a view of objects and people that can help you find a way forward. What an amazing power, and how curious that the Insight Glass chooses its owner. And it's Amity. Hey, why can't it be me? How odd that the Insight Glass chose Amity out of all of us adepts. I'm honored, of course, but I cannot say why it would choose me over any of you. Well, because we need a 5th party member, that's the reason. Well, who knows why I turned down the rest of us. At least we found the Insight Glass. Let's return to King Pytos. Let's go. It's a pain. It is. And it's a shame. This is like one of the things that should just have an online service. Where it's like, you optimally, it's like not a private company app, but like something decently state managed. We say what your issues are, and they find the nearest therapist, and then they immediately like make a trial appointment and then tell you when and where to go. Saves a lot of energy. Because the risky thing is always, if you have like phases where you feel down and you know you would need someone, then it's the hardest to go out of your way to find something. But then when you start to feel better again, for a lot of people, and that's me included very much, it's like, oh, okay, right now I don't need it. It seems to improve right now. Then you don't do it, and then the cycle just continues. Which is a shame. But sadly, that's how we humans work. We can only dream. Better future will come someday, hopefully. Maybe, potentially. Hello? Jump. There we go. Okay, that was a lot quicker than I thought it would. I thought it would go. Ignore my terrible grammar and sentence structure today, please. I don't know what's going on. Ow. We did the thing. I still have 21 puzzles to go. How long do these puzzles take? I think it's like quick, like 5-minute ones? Yes, depending on how difficult they are. But it does sound like a fun game. I might need to. I might check that one out as well. I need to find a game again that like really draws me in. I haven't found that in so long. I think the last game was Xenoblade 3 that really hooked me. I need to find one again. Here you are at least. I have been waiting. Oh yeah, I forgot the name. Where have you come, Uncle? I'm worried you won't find the ancient Insight Glass. It has been hidden for so very long. Ah, but I can see the pride beaming on your faces. But how about you? We did it good. Well, he's as delighted as the rest of us, of course. What? Could it be you already have the inside glass? Then you must truly be descendants of the Jedi. How fortunate that you got to see these great adepts at work, Amiti. Just to accompany them must have been quite an honor. While this is awkward. Yes, he and his friends are true warriors. I only wish I could have helped their party more. Still, you look strongly pleased with yourself, Amiti. You must have helped quite a little. Truth be told, I was thrilled to spend time with them. I've never known such excitement. Aw, he met new friends. Lovely. Adventure pretty much follows us around, Amiti. But now we need to be going, I'm sorry to say. Truly, so soon. Our friends Crane and Noel are waiting for us. We need to get the soul mask from the Ouroborus, so we can finally get the alchemy forge working properly. The forge will help restore our ancient civilization, bringing water throughout this whole region. But it will also create cloud passage we need to cross the Kirin Mountains. The ancients were set to cross from Barai to Craggy Peak. Perhaps there's truth to the legends. So we have to give it a try, so we've got to be going. Something troubling you, Amiti? I was chosen to use the insight glass, so I too must go to the Ouroborus. I do not understand, Amiti. What do you mean? Yeah, it's crazy. The insight glass could think for itself and choose who got to use it. It chose him. The insight glass could think? What do you mean it chose you? This cannot be, Amiti. The Jedi put this into motion long ago. They must have wanted it to choose someone from Aote. That must also be why they let Aote people use the Temple of Barai. And why the temple was founded in Aote to begin with. The meaning of my life has suddenly become clear at least. So the Jedi left the insect glass at the temple so we could inherit it? Sounds reasonable. I understand you must be shocked. But now we'll need Amiti's help so we can recover the soul mask. Though Amiti is your sister's son, I can see you treat him like your own kid, but we, need to borrow him. He's absolutely shocked. What should we do? I'll be fine. What, you'll eventually think he'll warm up to the idea? We'll just kidnap him. Kidnap the son. Play. We can't rely on you kind people to fix our problems. I must go, Pythos. You cannot stop me. We can leave. Wait, Amiti, I command you. You would stop me after all that has been said? It's not my intention. Your conviction has convinced me. Go, walk the path you have chosen, Amiti. You are one of them now. Farewell, Uncle. Leave with my blessing, but be careful. I never thought to prepare you for such a journey. Promise to bring Amiti back safe and sound to you. Leave it to us. We're grateful for the generous you have been with us all. Dear child, you will be a man next time we meet. Now, my ministers, we must return to the throne room. Tell the guards that these trusted people may leave the city. They're forever friends of ours. Lovely. It's nice. It means he has now found friends, which is lovely. I feel that. Now you will be able to leave Aote. I hope you find success. A member of the royal family joining our party. That's quite a surprising development. You're still a great mystery, Amiti. I mean, your father was a powerful adept. Who could he have been? Do you think that's practical fate that Amiti joined us. Yes, I figured you agree. I can't imagine our party without him. Let's be on our way, friends. A new life awaits. Our royal body will learn soon enough that life isn't gold pillars and royal servants. Yeah, he'll be fine. But Amity, you'll need to do something about your clothes. What's wrong with what I'm wearing? Well, you're a bit underdressed. For once in a video game, they acknowledge that dressing appropriately for the occasion is a good thing. Love it. Suppose it would stand out. Hey, no one stands out more than I do. We just don't want you to freeze up in the mountains. In that case, I'm going to leave you and go change into my traveling clothes. When you're finished in Ayutthaya, meet me at the gate that leads outside. To get, yeah, I know how to get there. I like the green-haired girl because her hair is green. Ah, understandable. She's a good character. Though my favorite character in the game we have yet to meet. And I'm quite excited when we finally get to meet her. It is kind of interesting though that like all the characters that possess elements have like their hair colors sorted out. No, water adepts have blue hair. Earth adepts have brown hair. Fire have red hair, and then wind you have green. Which I guess kind of works, but the element is more displayed as purple in this game, I think. How far are you off from meeting her? It's still a bit, sadly. Once we've crossed the mountains, which is one dungeon and a lot of dialogue. Like, a lot of dialogue. And sadly, she also doesn't stick around for long. So you kind of meet her, and then she kind of leaves again, which is a shame. How do I get... Wait, how do I get out of here? Maybe I should have listened to the dialogue instead of just being like, yeah, I know what to do. Also, interestingly enough, the insight glass, so the ability we got, is kind of hinted at like, oh, you need this in order to enter the Ouroborus Labyrinth. But if you know how to get there, we have all the items we need. It's actually quite easy to get in there. So it's kind of unnecessary. Kind of. May not pass through the gate. Amity joined your party. Which means it's gonna throw around all my Djinn again. Yay. Yeah. Because we can only have 4 people in a party at a time. Which makes sense. We can now switch people around. And again, the game forces a tutorial down my throat where I don't even have control over how fast this plays. Four battles in the front row start, yeah, when the battle start, and if everyone in the front row dies, it automatically takes in our backup crew. Also, people in the reserve gain less experience from battle, so you kind of want to swap them in and out every now and then anyway, so that you don't lose out on experience. Dialogue your favorite? Yes. that means for the next few sections of the game, we're gonna stick with Amiti. Also because he's a new character, and that way when I say the other character's name, Ree doesn't get confused. Are you worried that we'll never be able to return to Inner Aote? Nah, I know we'll get back in. Good. For it will now be a simple matter for us to enter. I'll show you. Yeah. Can just come and go however we feel. Which is nice. This game has enough points of no return that this didn't need to be another one. Also, we may have forgotten about the generals. We found you, vile traitors. You abandoned your mission to rid this place of the evil, for the spirits still laugh at us. They've made a mockery of the Gaucho military. How dare you toy with Gaucho's greatest generals? I cannot tolerate this insolence. I thought you said good things were coming our way, Reeve. Well, things were looking up. What with Amiti joining us? My friends, this may not be the best time to discuss it. Time to fight. I think this is the second... That's the third big boss fight. Alright. Let's murder them. Shall we? Got ourselves up. Amiti possesses general. Nice energy. I don't know which of the two you want to kill first. I don't think it matters. This isn't a case of one of them being a healer and the other isn't. This is more of a case of both of them being pretty annoying. So we're just gonna go standard and attack the left one first. Why is Steel on standby? What the hell? Okay. Gara. So that way we get our nice attack buff. Ow. Ow. Oh, hey, we made one of them fall asleep. Nice. Lovely. You know what? We're going all in now. Why not? Why not? I can't really use the revived ones. The revives sort of useless. Do this. Group heal in. Res boost. Laser! The worst thing about Breakup is your mind being like, hey, it's been exactly 1 microsecond since I left this person, time to think of them again. Oh, yeah. It is so insanely frustrating. I can totally understand that, Steamy. And it's also annoying when the things you normally do for distraction also remind you of people. That's the worst that happened. At least to me back then, that was. I mean, it's never fun. Hey, new summon. I don't think I've showed this yet. Like phone? Yeah, things like phone. Like opening your messenger app. Laser. Sorry for the big fish. I'm gonna put my phone away, but I need it for a lot of stuff. Yeah. You can't really do much without a phone these days. It's insane. You kinda need it for everything, really. Which certainly doesn't help, sadly. Aw. I do hope it does improve for you quickly, though. Nice. Yeah. There's also the point where it took quite long for me to be able to properly play Switch games again, which was probably the most annoying part. That's where depression comes in handy. Numb to everything, but still the brain activity. As I said, I really truly hope that good things happen to you, Steamy. You do deserve it. You're a great person. We defeated the generals. So you truly are powerful adepts. These young pubs beat us. You know, once stood a chance against the Adepts General. Culture's mightiest heroes, shamed by defeat. Generals are renowned for their might. Their downfall proves Ayate's superiority. And what would you say, ministers? These are dangerous days for Ayate. To brag that it's better than culture. That's right, our victory might stop the conflict, but wouldn't want to start new ones. Now we should tie up the generals before they make any more trouble. Surprised they didn't die from the stuff we threw at them. Adepts, you have our eternal gratitude for defeating the great generals of Kaocho. And you're right, this is no time to rile up the couch outside. Please forgive my advisors. You need to be able to leave Ayate, travel without Coucher causing you trouble. I have an idea how we can deal with the soldiers. The generals may be fierce fighters in personal combat, but they don't seem to lead their soldiers well. We could take advantage of this. True, their men have been wandering outside aimlessly for a long time. If we simply say nothing about the generals, they may never notice. With most of their forces in Aote, we can head to Kaocho and enter the Ouroborus without a hassle. This whole matter would be easier if they weren't quite so many of them. In that case, we must keep the generals quiet inside Aote, while you make your way to Kaocho. Keep a close watch of them. That will buy us the time we need to find the Soul Mask. Let's go. Max hasn't bothered contact me since we landed on Tuesday. I think it was. And then the day his mum comes knocking on the door, asks if I'd seen his phone. It was in my car this whole time. And like, oh god, what if he contacts me? Ugh. Yeah, that's, post-breakup stress really is a thing that's super annoying to deal with. But if you want to be left alone, then I hope that's what he'll do. Starting to remember the times 3 years ago. Oh, god damn it. God, that entire thing was such a mess. Oh dear. Oh, cutscene? Way to coach up. It's not like there was anything in our way. Alright, let's see if I can do the one thing that's kind of cool. Yes. Okay, this is the dumbest way to get a Djinn in the entire game. So I want to go here and want to buy a dumpling. And I want to go to this dude here. And gonna give him a dumpling. And then he's happy, and then we can get the Djinn. And despite you being able to, like in the end game, come back to the city, you can miss this Djinn. If you don't get it now, it's gone. You won't get it again. I hope so too, because another loneliness. And maybe things will be different, thoughts will get to me. I think deep down, this will just end bad again. Yeah. But there's still that hope. I know exactly what you're talking about, Steamy. But yeah. And I've seen it with a bunch of friends as well. No contact is the best thing to do in these situations. Everything else will just make it drag on for way longer than it needs to. Which isn't healthy for anyone involved. Sounds really similar to Temple of Barai. Yeah, so if you know you have to play the flute here, and once you have the arid heat thing, you can technically just go in here. So I don't think the game allows it. I've never tried it. Oh yeah, you can't, because you can't leave AOT. Right. Makes sense. Who has the flute? And with that, it's off to our next dungeon. The Ouroborus. Yay. And we're back to the terrible dungeon music again. Shortcut. Let's see if I can kind of remember this place. I love how this is like a dungeon that's made out to be like so incredibly dangerous and people getting lost here constantly, and then it's like, I think one of the more linear dungeons in the game. But you know, I'm not complaining. Is that a door? Door More indeed. That did nothing for me. Great. So that to the right side, so the entire thing is symmetrical again. Because I love myself some good symmetry. And we get... no idea how to pronounce that thing. So I'm not even gonna try. I really should use the combat items. You know what? I'm gonna make an active effort of trying to use the combat items. So I don't just hoard them. Because every time I play through this game, by the end of it, I have like 1,000,000 of these combat items. Just sitting in my inventory. And that's absolutely useless. Okay, I don't think sleep bombs are necessarily helpful. But yeah, the fact that people like to... I mean, I think this is something people do in general, right? As like hoarding items you find in games, like be it healing potions or whatever. That's exactly the reason why the one... the one RPG Maker game I did, or created back in the day. I kind of balanced the game in such a way that it forces you to take healing potions. Because I was like, okay, you know what? We're just gonna do it that you don't get a healing spell. So now what? You're just gonna have to use the healing potions if you don't want to die. Oh, hey, it's a mimic. Hello. Just throw stuff at you. Rip. Also, I have to say, I'm super happy that when you won earlier, you didn't use the, like, win increase thing. That would have been... Ugh. Yikes. Not gonna risk it again like last stream. No count. Well, Steamy, it's a good thing you didn't see me play the New Super Mario Bros. Gambling minigame. I may have gotten drawn in a little bit. I think there is some, like, tablet that tells you that you can burn the snake tongue. So in case you're curious. Or you can just use the inside glass. Which, in this playthrough, you probably will not catch me use the inside glass. I can already tell you that. Or very rarely, because I know how the game works. I'm smart. No. Yeah, I'm sorry, Steamy. Oh, hey, it's Djinn. Let's do like that. Ah, I see. Figured it out. again. And again. Plop. Some of the sound effects this game has are very silly, and I love them. It's something very unique to this game, because I can't remember 1 and 2 having these kind of sound effects. Wow, we didn't even wait until it's completely filled up. Oh. I forgot that was a combat encounter. I love how well the axe that Tyrell got fit him. Like, aesthetically, the red axe on his character model just looks really good. Dead. Or not dead, I guess, but you know. Djinn Vortex. Vortex cute. I like its ears. Its ears are kind of cute. But I don't want you on a meaty, thank you very much. That's the one annoying thing, our Djinns are gonna be all over the place until like the very end of the game. Just because every single time a new character joins the party, they have significantly less Djinns than you have at this point, on average. So it just completely screws up your Djinn setup every single time. Which is quite frustrating, to be honest. Let me guess, start the fan? Yeah. Ooh. Whoop. Nice. And that is kind of this dungeon done already. There actually isn't much more to it. I kind of remember all these dungeons being a lot longer. Well, I guess this is probably what happens when you play this game while sick. Everything just feels a lot different. Soul Mask. We've done it! We've got the Soul Mask! With this mask, we finally use the Alchemy Forge. Once we create the Cloud Passage, we'll be one step closer to getting over the Huron Mountains. Let's make our way back to Barai.